I didn't see how much of a role this played going green with companies, and not only in the eye of the public is it good, because everyone likes to be going green now, and it's good for the environment and things like that. So in the eye of the public, it's a lot better, but as well as it helps companies be more productive, and it helps their pocketbook as well if they can keep things down like their water or their energy and things like that. So the Hyatt back then in 2006, they had goals set for 2015 all the way till 2015 that they wanted to have their water consumption down by 20% by 2015. And I did look at the results online, and they're not down 20%, but right now they are back down to the levels they were at 2014. So that is really cool to see that they're actually still working on that, and what he wrote here was actually true, and they really are trying to keep their levels down and trying to make everything green and more efficient. And that was pretty interesting to me. The next one is creating a community. So this chapter talks about creating a community starts with publishing. In today's society, publishing is everywhere. I mean, it includes Facebook, Twitter, all websites and things like that. Anywhere that really has your brand on it and is published is publishing. And he said, really, when they try to create a community, it's not just here in Texas or in Colorado and things like that. He wants it to be the same all over the world and everywhere that his hotels are. But he said the hardest part about that is the Facebook, the Twitter, and everything that's out there nowadays. And it's all different no matter where you are. You can't have one standard here as you same as another hotel. So it's all property to property is what he called it. So property to property, managing that helps you create your community better. And what they try to do is have everybody on the same page, but every customer is different. Every time a customer comes in and has a problem or has a question, it's always different. So they try to have their bellman, the guy working at Starbucks, the cook, everybody to know the little things, as in where are the conference rooms, where's the swimming pool, what can I do to have a conference, or if they don't know, they have to be able to know someone to get them to answer their question quickly, because that is really what helps create their community. Sorry, I lost my place here. Okay, so while everyone was trying to figure out Facebook and to see if it was going to be the next big thing, the Hyatt brand was starting smaller communities to engage with, to try to keep creating their community so they don't have to do it through Facebook right then, because they didn't know if it was going to be the big thing. Now, they did have their foot in the door with the Facebook, and they were up and coming just like mostly everybody else, but they wanted to go above and beyond. And they were trying to create loyal customers. So here, when they're doing that, it's more of being able to get face-to-face with them and not having everything over Facebook and over the internet. The communities that they try to create, not only, like I mentioned earlier, have the bellman and the fry cook and people in the main lobby. Everybody know mostly the same stuff. They tried to have like specials instead of whenever you check in online. Back then that was a big deal, is checking in online. Instead of having you check in online, you have an incentive to come to the front desk. So they want to be able to talk to you and want to be able to see you face to face to create that community with you, and which eventually takes over word of mouth, which leads to the internet. So that's really what he's trying to do with creating the community within your brand. He said it's important because it makes relationships between the company and the individual, and it allows your company to stand out. So when you can make a difference in somebody face to face nowadays, it really helps your company stand out if you make someone feel good in that way, because a lot of it is a lost art. So the next one is managing brand reputation. He said the second greatest challenge with social media is brand reputation. Every time you go online and type in your name, that is your reputation. Pretty much whenever you type in Hyatt online, the first few things that you see, that's going to be your reputation. And the hard part of this is keeping it consistent throughout every website. TripAdvisor and Hotels.com all can be different, because Hotels.com and TripAdvisor do not use a system where you have to tell who you are. You don't have to have an account. Your name's not there. But if you log in through Facebook, then your name is there. So he said, when you're managing your brand reputation, you want people to have to tell who they are, because studies show that, multiple studies show, he says, that if people are posting bad about someone and they have to show who they are, or their name has to be in there, they're more than likely not going to post it if they have to take credit for it. So most people, if they're anonymous, they'll post all the bad things that they want. But if they're not anonymous, then they usually will not post it, or they'll be more timid with what they post, and it won't be as bad. So he says here that the thing that's kind of hard for them when they're managing their reputation is online, the most recent posts and your overall post go into how many stars you have, for instance. And that's really what your brand reputation is. And he's basically saying throughout this is the people that really matter don't have as much voice as they should, as much voice as the one person that posted yesterday, and not the